Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm here with this baby alive, baby new teeth that I got and I turned into a boy. And I turned him into a boy because somebody gave him like a haircut and it was really bad, so I ended up having to cut the hair off. I did the best I could, so this is what he looks like now. But today I'm going to show you how to make this baseball cap for these dolls. So let's get started with the things you will need. The things you will need are a washable marker, scissors, your pattern pieces, and I will make these available in the description box below. And you're going to need either a foam sheet or you can use a interfacing instead, and your fabric. And I'm using this old pair of jeans that my son ripped at the knees, so I went ahead and cut the bottom of the pants off, and I will be using this to make my hat. So let's get started. Okay, the first thing you want to do is take your washable marker and trace your baseball cap pattern onto it, and you're going to need to trace four pieces of these. Okay, once I have these traced, I went ahead and pinned both my fabrics here, so I'm going to go ahead and cut them out. Okay, so here are all my pieces cut out. I have four of the cap of my little triangles here. There's 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then one of my, this is the brim of the cap, and that's my foam sheet, and 2 in fabric. And if you're using interfacing and not the foam, then you're going to need to also cut 2 of these in interfacing and then iron them on and sew them that way. So I'm going to put these aside. I'm going to come back to these, and I'm not going to unpin them. I'm going to go ahead and sew from here all the way to the tip on this side and on this side. Only one side, not this side. So just here and here. I'll be right back. Okay, so here's what I have so far. I just sewed on one side of 2 of the pieces on both of these here. Now I'm going to take this to my ironing board and go ahead and press these flat, and then I'll be right back and show you what to do next. Okay, now that I have this, I'm going to go ahead and take my 2 pieces here and put right sides together. So I'm going to open this up and put it just like that, and then line up my seams and pin. Once you have it pinned, you're going to take it to the sewing machine, and you're going to go sew from here all the way to the other side, to the other end. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so here's what I have so far. This is what it looks like. Now I'm ready to move on to the brim here. And for the brim, I already have my 2 fabrics and my foam sheet here that I'm going to sew together. Now, if you're using the interfacing, then you would have to iron on your interfacing to each of the fabrics and then just sew that. But since I don't have one and I didn't want to go to the store to buy that, I'm just using the foam. So for this, I'm going to go ahead and sew from this edge all the way to that edge, and then leave this open for turning. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Okay, so here's what I have, and I went ahead and clipped my curves here to release tension, and I'm going to go ahead and turn this right side out. Just like that. Then I'm going to take this back to my sewing machine and do a top stitch on the front here. Alright, so here is the brim of the hat now, and I'm ready to bring my hat back. I'm going to turn it right side out, and I'm going to put it in the middle of one of these panels. So I'm going to fold my panel in half and then mark the middle. So there's my middle right here. And then I'm going to do the same thing with the brim. I'm going to mark my middle right there. Now I'm gonna line up my 2 marks. It's gonna go like this. And there are my marks. I'm lining them up, and then I will pin. Okay, so here it is what it looks like when it's all pinned, and you're gonna have to stretch and pull the fabric a little bit to line up all the edges here. And so I'm gonna go ahead and take this to my sewing machine and sew from one edge of the brim all the way to the other edge. All right, so here we go. This is what it looks like all sewn, and here is the inside. Now we're ready to finish the raw edges by folding them inward and sewing a top stitch. So let me see if I have enough room to fold it twice. I'm gonna do this part on off camera. I'm gonna see if I have enough to fold it twice or just fold it once. We'll see. All right, so I was able to get it to fold twice here. So now I'm gonna take it to my sewing machine and sew right on the edge just to keep it folded and give it a clean finish on the other side, on the right side. Okay, so here it is. Here's what it looks like, and here's what it looks like from the inside. Now, if you guys want a more professional looking finish, you can always open these out and then just tack some stitches on here, sew it on one side and sew this on the other side flat to keep it. I'm not gonna do that. I really don't care. But here it is. It's all finished. I'm gonna go ahead and bring my boy doll back and put it on him. Okay, so here's my boy. Now I'm gonna go ahead and put it on him. And there he is with his baseball cap. And I brought in Luke over here. This hat will fit him. It's a little bit long on the sides here. Covers his ears a little bit. And maybe the brim's a little bit too long. But it also fits him too. And I've actually tried it on the 18-inch dolls, you know, like the American Girl dolls, and it fits them as well too. I'll probably put a picture of it at the end here so you guys can see what it looks like on them. But I did make him a hat, a different hat, and on this one I use the same material, but this is the one I made for him. And what I did on my pattern piece, I actually went ahead and folded this down and cut 1/4 of an inch there to get it to not be so long, and I did a single fold on him, so it's not a double fold, and this one fits him perfectly. And I mean, my brim's a little bit wonky, but other than that, this is it. Thank you guys for watching.